Hey, football vagabonds, Tim here. How are you all doing? I just opened this story today just to try and put a bit of humour here. Here's my friend Aldo. Yeah, I'm actually near the Perth Zoo. So this is down in Main Street, and yeah, I tried to open the show today in a little bit of a positive manner because what I want to talk about, I'm really passionate about. And it's a difficult conversation, and so the topic is football in WA, and maybe Australia is dead. That's the topic. I thought maybe it was a little bit stuck, but after this weekend I realised that the game is absolutely going nowhere, and it's an absolute disgrace, and I'll give you 3 reasons why. Okay, all right. So I learned on the weekend, I was doing a coaching academy with this big coaching company, but that's another story. Maybe I'll get back to that in the future episodes. But what happened was one of the parents was saying that they know this guy. He's been in WA for over a year now, and he came in from overseas, and he's an ex-international player. And he's got hundreds of games in his country, and he's actually got qualifications coming out of his ears, football qualifications coming out of his ears. Anyway, this is another story, and I've heard this so many times. So he comes into the state, and he's been here, could even be well over a year, I don't know. And has anybody from Football West approached him? No. Has anybody from Perth Glory approached him? No. Has anybody from the NPL, which is supposed to be the second best league, supposed to be behind the A-League in Australia? No one's approached this guy. Why? And I'll tell you why. This is my reason. I'll just quickly shoot round here and just show you where I am, and then I'll come back to it. Okay. Okay, so I'm back again. Yeah, I just did that just to break up the because I want to try and keep this positive, but it's a negative subject and I don't like it too much. But I've got to get it off my chest because, like I said, the truth should come out. So why doesn't the football, the governing body here, or why don't teams that want to be successful, or Perth Glory, and there's only one A-League team here in WA, which is Perth Glory. Why don't they approach these people who come in, who've got the knowledge, who would like to share the knowledge and grow the game? And I'll tell you why. Because the people in these positions, in the governing bodies and at the clubs and at Perth Glory, they're frightened of change. They're frightened that somebody comes in, maybe takes their position, they're out of a job. And they're out of a job, what happens? They've been found out, really, so much fakery. And I know it happens all around the world, but anyway, I'm talking about Perth here now because that's where I live. And I just think to myself, why does the game not grow? Why does it not get better? Because we got things like this going on all the time. So that's one point. Talented, knowledgeable coaches come into the state, don't get snapped up. In another country, that wouldn't happen. Okay, that would not happen. Secondly, another reason why, the coaching standard here in WA and across Australia is absolutely as low as it's dreadful. Okay, if Postecoglou, one of the best coaches to come out of Australia, he wouldn't have left Australia if there was a market here, if this football here was growing and he could see opportunities and he wouldn't do it. But anyway, back to the coaching standard. The coaching standard is so low. Why? Because again, the governing body is ticking boxes. It's just ticking boxes. Yeah, coaches who've got real no knowledge of the game, they go on the senior license, they pay the money, yeah, and they get the qualification after putting in the technology side of it. Do the video, do this, and okay, yeah, it's right. You follow a process, but the process is they haven't got the experience. You're only going to get the experience if they get, and football people will know this. The people out there watching this channel will know. You have to have some experience to take the game to another level, because the players that that are in front of you, that are stood in front of you. They know if you are knowledgeable, or they know if you've reached your limit as a coach. Okay, and the thing is, good coaches make good players, and then the circle goes round and round and round, and you keep it moving. If you're not moving and growing, and challenging the coach, if you're not challenging yourself, or you're not challenging the players, it stagnates. And like I said, I thought it was just stuck, but it's not stuck. It's broken. The system's broken. Yeah. And the third point is this: if what I was saying was just me being like cynical, and I don't want to be cynical because I want the truth to come out. I want the game to grow. If what I was saying wasn't true, the third point is this: you'd have Perth Glory at the top of the league, and you'd have another A League team here in WA. I mean, it needs another A League team here, and then you'd have a really second league behind the A League, whether you call it A League 2 or the B League, and that's competition. But they can't put that together because I think I've mentioned before, the powers that be, they don't want to lose the jobs. Okay, so they just stay where they are, get the good money that they pick up, tick a box, and nobody moves. And what you fear, you don't understand. You don't change. You're frightened to change. If you don't change, you're never going to get better. So you just stay where you are, down at the bottom. It's really, really sad. So anyway, that's my opinion. But I actually know, because I've spoken to so many people over the years, right? They say, oh, the game's not growing, the game's going backwards. It's worse than it's ever been. Worse than it's ever been. So it's not just me, but it's only me with my channel, which is Tim Football Vagabond. And the reason I can say this, because I play professionally. I've been a professional player, I've been a semi-professional player, I've coached for over 40 years professionally, and I've coached semi-professionally, and I've coached as an amateur. I know the game inside and out. I've been involved in the game as a kid, playing, kicking the ball around for over 60 years. And as a coach for over 40 years. I've upskilled, I've coached, I've educated, I've taught tens of thousands of kids, youth players, senior players, and upskilled coaches over the years. So what I'm saying is the truth, and I just want it to change. That's all. I want things to get better. I want the game to grow. But like I said, sadly, anyway, leave a comment. I'd love to get to know you more and give you more insight. Okay, I know there's more people watching. That's why I've kind of gone on a little bit longer today, because new people, and I sort of say, I'm not blowing my own trumpet about some of the stuff I'm saying about myself. It's just that so you know that I've got some credibility, because I've got lots of credibility. I've got qualifications from all over the world. All right, so I'm going to finish on a little bit of a funny thing, because rather than just leave it on that negativity, I want to just put some positivity into it. And I'll just show you now. So I'll just show you. Okay, here we go. That's Aldo, my friend. There's Aldo, little baby Aldo, lives in the zoo. This is not the zoo, by the way. Okay, and who's this here? This is Blaze, a wild baby Arctic fox. So he's in the zoo as well. And this area here is where a good friend of mine, we used to play here. When I was back in the day in the 90s, we used to play on this area. So so if he's watching this, he knows who he is, and I'm still waiting for a comment from him. And I'm wondering when he's back in this state of Perth, so we can have a game of golf. All right, okay, so love you all, keep safe, keep healthy, keep ticking that little comment box, or ringing the bell, or give whatever it is. Okay, keep enjoying your football, keep healthy, keep safe. Hope your team's doing well. Who is your team? How well are they doing? And the next episode, what I'm going to talk about is something more upbeat, more positive. I'm going to do, because I've done one session on dribbling. I'm going to talk to you about passing, how to be the next Kevin De Bruyne. All right, so thanks again for watching. Keep safe, keep healthy, God willing. See you next time. Thank you. Bye. Tim, over and out.